expect things like this. Like, I was expecting, this year to see snow on that mountain, and now the thing's on fire.
Everything's gone, nowhere to look, but there's nothing here. We look, it melted everything.
California Governor Jerry Brown surveyed some of the damage today in Ventura and warned that the wildfire season is getting longer with the effects of climate change.
This is the new normal, and this could be something that happens every year or every few years. I mean, it happens to some degree. It's just more intense, more widespread, and we're about ready to have firefighting at Christmas.
That house is done, dude. I've never been this close, that's for sure. That is for sure.
This thing burned 30,000 acres, so it's obviously got a good head of steam on it. We have designated safety zones. If something does happen, wind shift.
The fire is burning over against the house over here.
Yeah, they're moving engines into it right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know how it started that low, but it's there.
It's going to run, sir. Holy shit. All right. Got engine fire? You have a fast-moving fire front that's coming your way, so just be heads up. The wind just shifted, so crews are doing fire front following right now, trying to protect as many structures as possible.
Fucking crazy fire behavior. Try to stay ahead of this. Kicks your ass.
I've never seen anything like this. You're going to see it come out of this thing right now, and here comes a wind shift. With a lot of heat, here it comes. Thousands of degrees. This is a classic example.
Right now, we're just gonna go ahead and just let this thing burn itself out right in here and try and keep it in check to right here so everybody else in this area can stay safe.
Rather burn there. Yeah, I hear you.
If you ever need me to move, just put me out of the way. You're doing good. You're doing really good. It's fairly close to the structure, but the good part about this is the owner of the house, he was obviously paying attention when someone told him, hey, you really do need defensible space between vegetation and your structure. Defendable space gives us time. But you go out here to our north, there's just house after house after house, man, that's just getting beat to crap right now.
puppy. Watch out, this dog might bite you. Come on, baby. Come here, baby. Come here, baby.
Sanders lives in Shadow Hills, where the fire has already destroyed her house.
The house was just wonderful. I don't know what's going to happen. I have to sit down.
And Judy Hoffman Sanders actually lived right on this property. To give you a little perspective on what's happened here, this is what the house looked like before the Creek Fire, and you see exactly what it looks like right now. About 50 miles northwest of Los Angeles, the Thomas Fire in Ventura County forced new evacuations overnight. It is the largest of the 4 fires, and it's only 5% contained at this point. And David Begnaud is on the fire lines in Ojai, California. David, good morning to you.
Jeff, where we are right now, winds are actually carrying the fire toward Ojai. You've got flames that are burning on the northwestern side of town, the northern, and parts of the eastern side. The area of La Conchita is under a mandatory evacuation. The winds are starting to pick up. The smoke is pretty unreal in this area. In fact,
Judy Hoffman
saw a wall of flames that had to have been 300 feet or higher. You know, the LA Fire Index, LA Fire Burn Index is the highest it's ever been projected. An extreme reading is 162. You know what it is today? 296.
We watched as this home burned down last night, and you can actually see what it looked like as firefighters battled to beat back the flames. It's just one of about a dozen homes that burned in this fast-moving fire that still has not let up.
As the fire spread from home to home, firefighters worked endlessly to stop it in its tracks. Fierce winds above 35 miles per hour carried embers through the air, putting more than 1,000 structures in danger. At first, this crew had no access to a hydrant, leaving them with only 500 gallons of water to try and contain the flames.
When firefighters came across this home, it was already burning. You can see they're putting a lot of water on it right now.
Several homes in this community were incinerated, while others just down the street were untouched. The Lilac Fire is just the latest in a string of fires tearing through Southern California since Monday. Officials are concerned shifting winds expected today could cause the largest of those, the Thomas Fire in Ventura County, to scorch other communities. At least 439 structures have burned so far in this fire. Back at this horse training center in San Diego County, people were forced to set hundreds of thoroughbreds free from their burning barns. They say about 25 horses died while trying to escape.
I live in Northside Colorado Springs. I got a good view right at the fire area. Initially, I was having a hard time grasping what I was looking at. We had a thermal collapse of this conductive column of superheated air and gas and smoke. And it had enveloped the large area of the community. I was in a pickup and I started driving up these streets. I was going to roll the window down, and when I felt the radiant heat through the glass, I'm like, that's not survivable. If I take a breath of that, that's not survivable. I need to get out of here. It was chaotic. I was scared to the point of being emotional about it. I was convinced, our guys were gone. They weren't resources really anymore to me. They were, people. And so we're going to tell these people, tell that guy, you know what? You got a family, and it doesn't matter right now. You took an oath, go in there. We have a responsibility to the community. We have a responsibility to ourselves, our profession. But at what point does that no longer become viable? Plus, I have this awareness now of what this fire behavior has been for all these years. And knowing that, where does that cross over into my responsibility to go and send people to do these crazy things?
When I came into that fire, I thought I was ready for it because of what I'd seen. But the fact of the matter is you're never really ready. Black Forest made what we were seeing that first night at a 4 Mile fire almost look small. Seeing the homes burning in these subdivisions that were already lost, seeing the devastation that had happened, watching the crews moving almost like they were out of their element. The fire was jumping, it was moving much faster than we could get in front of it. It's like being in a fog bank, only it's all smoke. You can't see the fire. You can hear it. It's out there. You know it's out there somewhere, but you don't see it. There are lists of rules, kind of rules of engagement as to how much fire you can put what kind of a resource on. And when you're looking at that much fire that you can't put any kind of a resource on it, that's an oh shit moment.
So that public can't have an expectation anymore that we are going to take firefighters and put them in front of that. It's beyond our capability to manage. We're not going to kill good people trying to save infrastructure that we put into place that probably shouldn't be there. And so the changing this new environment, dry, arid, drought-stricken area with lots of fuel, is we're going to have to change the way we live in it. And that's where we're struggling.
Is there evidence of climate change in the fire environment? You have to say yes, because we are seeing a level of fire and an intensity of fire and a risk to firefighters that hasn't existed in the past. And every indicator is, every year it just gets worse. This summer is my 21-year-old daughter's first year on the fire line. And people always ask, are you proud? And in one sense, yes. And then in the quiet moments, it scares the crap out of me. In my 20 years, I've come close to dying. And I hope that she doesn't have that. But when I look at the changing fire landscape, I worry, because I can't tell her what she'll see, because she'll see stuff that I'll never see. As a society, we have to take this evidence seriously. We've got to start confronting climate change with the same level of effort and resources and intensity that we do to fight wildland fires. Firefighters are already taking unacceptable risks.